Power Level 4 podcast.
Level up your listening.
Promotional considerations provided by Green Ronin Publishing. Use code PL4 at checkout on the Green Ronin online store or use the link in the episode description to get 5% off your order. And join us on Patreon for exclusive bonus content like the Origin Stories miniseries, the Downtime Talkback Show, and more. Previously on It Takes One to Hunt One. Our team of arcade rookies awoke on the mysterious M train after getting what sleep they could. They put their heads together to see what's going on with the criminal elements of Emerald City and figure out where they should start looking in their investigation. Bronwyn presented her teammates with a grisly ultimatum, to which they reluctantly agreed. If she ever loses control of herself, they need to take her down by any means necessary. The team headed to the local FBI field office to establish connections and gather intel. There they met Bronwyn's former boss, Special Agent David Iceman Anderson. He made it clear that he understood that their team was working on a clandestine operation, and that they would receive his help if they kept him in the loop of anything especially dangerous. They then met with the Organized Crime Division, where Bronwyn was confronted by her former partner Mark Morgan, who looked to have fallen on hard times after her departure for Arcade. Short on leads but full of interest about their teammates' past life, the team gathered in the car to head out to their next location, when Bronwyn reluctantly declared that Victor and Sandra are allowed 3 questions about her past. And now, the story continues. The light of the mid-morning sun reflects off the polished metallic teal paint of a third-generation Plymouth Satellite parked out front of the Emerald City FBI building. Besides its age and conspicuous paint job, the car is unremarkable, belying its history and vast modifications. Originally an Emerald City police car in the 1970s and 80s, it was bought at auction by Sandra's great-uncle Jacob O'Hara. He dubbed the old workhorse Julia and spent much of his later years restoring the car piece by piece, willing it to his beloved great-niece after his passing. Reluctant to use the car due to its gas-guzzling engine, but more reluctant still to part with her memories of Great Uncle Jake, Sandra brought the car with her when she joined Arcade. Seeing it as a waste that such a labor of love and classic American muscle go unused, Sandra's mentor Jack worked with some Arcade agents who moonlight as gearheads to retrofit the car so that their team can use it as their primary vehicle. He even managed to work some magic into the modifications, justifying the cost of all of its material components to Assistant Director Vance as testing a few ideas for a prototype arcade vehicle conversion. The otherwise unassuming Julia can now keep up with just about any street-legal car, be summoned from or returned to a pocket dimension in which it is magically repaired, and has a trunk full of arcade-issued gear that the team can use to deal with all manner of supernatural threats. All wrapped up in a teal and chrome package with a comfortable white leather interior. An interior which becomes occupied by Arcade agents Bronwyn Bedivere, Victor Valentine, and Sandra O'Hara after they exit the Emerald City FBI offices, fleeing from a series of awkward reunions between Bronwyn and her former associates. Already dreading the incoming conversation but knowing she has to get it over with, she tells her teammates,
You get 3 questions.
Making eye contact with Sandra, seemingly trying to have some sort of mental communication with her, and finding nothing but a reverberating silence in her eyes.
I guess the one that makes the most sense to go after first would be, we should really know more about these vampires. You've told us very little, and I understand your hesitation to get into it, but I feel as though we are at a bit of a disadvantage.
The vampires in this area are incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and seemingly completely devoid of any concern or care for human life.
So vampires.
They are ruthless. We don't know what their goals are, but they took out a full team of highly trained agents with ease. As she's describing this, Bronwyn is staring straight ahead, and her face is filled with reluctance to relive this and also anguish over the events. One of them ripped off my captain's head with ease. I didn't even hear it. They are incredibly dangerous. That said, they're not invincible. They do seem to have some of the classic weaknesses. Obviously, I myself am sensitive to sunlight. There's no reason to believe that they don't have the full inability to go into the sun. I also know that at least one of them was killed with a silver stake to the heart. So we have a list of known weaknesses. It also appears that the leader or sire or whatever has some kind of mental power over his underlings or the ones he's turned. That said, I have not encountered one since that night. That's one.
So what's up with Morgan? I take it he was there that night?
He's the only other survivor. We were partners. It was our op. I don't know why he seems to think that I ditched him there. That's not what happened. I don't know if that's a side effect of the memory warping, arcade effects, I don't know. But he was my best friend. That's two.
I suppose the only other question I have on top of my mind would be who Mikey is exactly.
Bronwyn inhales deeply. Michael Morgan is Mark's brother. And my fiancé. Ex-fiancé. And with that, Bronwyn is going to sit back in her chair and look out the window. She's done.
I appreciate your candidness. Now, we should get you some formal attire, Sandra.
Just scanning her up and down in the driver's seat.
Again, what is wrong with my suit?
I think I already spoke to this.
The suit does not wear me. The suit is not it's not alive.
You poor thing. There's a tailor up the road. Let's...
Sure, we'll go to a tailor. And then, I don't know, we'll go get our hair and nails did.
You need to, but we don't have time. It looks like you haven't brushed your hair and...
I brushed it this morning.
I couldn't tell. Look, I have more than one reason for wanting to go to a more upscale place to get you something to wear. These places favor clients with a bit more money to them. People that are going to Joy's often. People who like to rotate in and out outfits. If you weren't going to someplace upscale, you wouldn't be coming here in the first place. We can try to garner some information, maybe pick up a lead. All in the process, getting you something proper to wear.
Fine.
I promise you won't regret this. You'll have a suit or dress for life, whatever your preference.
Now I have to make up a tailor. Victor, you lead these two into the heart of downtown, and you go to Francoise. It's this high-class couture boutique serving both men and women. Very expensive, specifically tailored clothing. And you walk inside and you see that there are a few people milling in and out, but mostly what you see is there are mannequins up on stands lining the walls, these dark wood shelves and display stands, mostly that are showing fabric rather than completed outfits. You see like examples of outfits on the mannequins, and then all of these different fabrics on these display stands are the things that you can get these outfits made of. You see there is a door that kind of leads to the back with a counter that runs out in front of it, and there is a bell to ring for service.
Victor, tossing his cigar before we enter. One of the few places that he actually mindfully puts out a cigar before entering. Walks inside, walking to the front desk, and looking around, not seeing Francois, rings the bell.
I'll be there in just a moment. And then you see Francois walk around the corner. If there was a man that personified the word svelte,
Nice.
it would be Francois. He's got perfect curly golden hair that stops just above his ears, cool but shining slate gray eyes. And he's got a very fine gray vest over a black shirt and a fuchsia cravat as an accent piece.
Wow.
And he, of course, has the tailor's measuring tape slung over his neck as he swaggers in from the back, takes one look at you and goes, "Victor, mon ami, it has been too long." And he walks up and gives you the mwah, mwah, one kiss on each cheek.
Francois, it's been entirely too long.
I see that suit jacket is doing you much service still, my friend, huh?
Of course, your work lasts a lifetime.
He passes his gaze from you to your two companions. Mon Dieu. And who are these celestial beauties you bring into my boutique today?
Some compatriots of mine.
Bronwyn. Charmed.
He takes your hand as if to shake and then twists your wrist ever so slightly and places a chaste kiss upon the back of your hand.
Smooth operator.
Francois, a pleasure. And you would be, mon chéri.
Sandra O'Hara.
And he dares not to put any kind of gestures upon you that you have not already welcomed, so he simply gives a courteous half bow from the waist. So, what brings you into my shop today?
Miss Sandra here is in need of a finer garment. We are planning on taking a little visit to Joyce tonight.
Ah, I see. He leans in almost conspiratorially to you, Victor. So is the sticks and the leaves in her hair a regular thing, or?
I'm not sure. From what I've noticed, yes, but whatever you can do to fix whatever this is, I'd appreciate.
He nods and mostly to himself says, earth tones.
I kind of turn around, get one of the flowers that I keep on me to bloom, and I give Francois a beautiful azalea.
Make me a persuasion check with a +5 bonus.
Nice.
You're about to sweep this man off his feet.
Knowing him, not hard.
He weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet.
I could sweep this man off his feet, no problem. Ah, there it is. It's 16.
You hand him this freshly bloomed azalea, and he and takes it from you. Oh, you. I like you. So, are we thinking dress, suit, something in between?
A dress. If I'm gonna go fancy, I want to do it right.
Rolling for Francois.
Francois!
I'm going to say that Francois has one skill in which he has invested any ranks, and it is entirely insight.
Valid.
Francois looks you up and down, and as he gets, I'll just go ahead and say it, a 30 on his insight check.
Jesus Christ.
I know exactly what you need, my sweet. And for you, my lady, my beautiful pale moonlight flower, I must say that hat is certainly a statement.
Sometimes we choose the statements we want to make. Bronwyn is going to look at the mannequins lining the walls, and she's going to point to one that has long, elegant lines, draping fabric, and a bit of a slit on the side that goes up at least to past the knee for easy movement. I think we can start there.
A good basis. A solid foundation. And with a 33,
Dude,
This man is magic. He's magic, I'm telling you.
the sunglasses, are they staying? Because if so, I can work them into the outfit. Or suggest alternatives.
I'm open to alternatives.
Very well. Maintenant! And he whips that Tailor's tape around and begins to take your measurements.
As much as I hate to admit it, Francois, I've been a bit out of the loop. I've been occupied. I know people love to come around here because you're the best. Why wouldn't they? Can you catch me up? I've been so woefully out of the ear, I suppose. Surely there must be something going on around here that's worth hearing about.
Well, you know that Francois does not like to measure and tell.
so glad we came here.
But I can tell you one thing. Since I opened up my business to challenge myself and cater to the Stormer community, oh boy, has Francois heard some things. It is not my place to dabble in such things, but you know that there have been some stirrings in the underground recently, and I'm not just talking about the Undercity.
People moving around.
Oui. Some of Francois' customers, they come in and make requests for shirts that may be able to hide body armor.
I see.
Some of them are stormers. Something that has changed over the past couple of years. I tell you one that has not. Snake Eyes. That man wants his shirt as tight as possible. Make me an expertise streetwise check.
24.
You know that Snake Eyes is the head of Joy's security. And he's called that because the Silver Storm turned him into an 8-foot tall snake man with a snake's head. And he takes his job at Joy's very seriously.
Maybe he's worried about catching a cold, being all cold-blooded and all.
You know, that's something I actually asked him about, because I was worried that he might need more heat-capturing clothing. Mm-hmm. Sorry, he became German there for a second.
He did.
He did. He took a stint in Germany. Look, they have high fashion over there. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
But he said that... he said he gets plenty of warmth. I could not tell if he was flirting with me or not. It's hard to tell on that snake face of his. Francois finishes taking your measurements and says, Bon, now I can sketch out a few designs and pass them along to my seamstress, and they will be ready in 4 hours.
You must have hired some new skilled hands getting them done that quick, huh?
Some people, the storm gives them wings, gives them the ability to read minds. Some of them get really fast. Some of them get really fast and still need gainful employment, which Francois is more than happy to provide.
Doing your part for the community. I always appreciated that about you, Francois.
It has almost doubled our output. He goes back and says, Enjoy yourselves, avail yourselves to the wonders of the City of Destiny, and I shall see you back here sometime after lunch.
I look forward to it.
Au revoir for now. And he saunters back into the back, and you hear faintly, Ladies, we have work to do.
Okay, guys. I suggest we split up a little bit. I need to go to a hair salon.
Victor puts a hand over his chest.
My God, you're actually doing it, aren't you?
Well, it would be remiss of me to employ Francois's great ability and to have my hair be an absolute travesty while doing it.
I agree. I'm just surprised you're saying that.
Well, if you're getting your hair done, Vic, there's some areas where we could go do some groundwork.
Sandra pulls out the keys to Julia and tosses them over to Victor.
We'll drop you off.
Okay. You guys pile up into the car, and you take Sandra over to get her hair did, and the two of you can start doing some cursory investigations of these areas.
Victor walks her in, says, "Please fix this," and leaves.
Sandra giving 2 thumbs up and the most awkward of smiles.
That poor hairstylist. It's like, oh, shit. There goes my afternoon.
I will tip you so well.
The beautician looks over at Sandra and just goes, "Oh, honey.
It fought me this morning.
It looks like it won." All right, so the two of you go ahead and give me investigation checks, and we'll just kind of montage what you find here.
Can I assist her? Can that be a thing?
Yes.
That's a 28 for me.
And a 14 to assist, giving her a 30.
So you got a 30 total?
32.
Damn, all right, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good like that.
Okay.
Get used
God
to
forbid
it.
we're good at our job.
So rules is written. A 30 on an investigation check to gather information gets you protected information.
As it should. We rocked that check.
Victor and Bronwyn, you two cruise around in Julia, checking out some of these hot zones of criminal activity. And with a 30, you actually spot a news van? Like, it has all the trappings of a news van, but it doesn't have a station's logo on it. Like, you can see on the inside of it, because the back door is open, you can see it's got like the monitors back there, and there's some camera equipment, and you see that there's a camera guy out there, and he's filming this woman that appears to be doing a news report here, but you don't see any kind of obvious logos or anything like that on any of their equipment. You see this woman, she's wearing this kind of business casual outfit of grays and blues. She looks to be of Asian descent, and she's got her black hair in a ponytail, and just like the slightest amount of blush applied to make her face stand out a little bit on camera.
Do I recognize the reporter?
Make me... Actually, you can make me an investigate check on this with your well-informed advantage.
Woo! That is a total of 19.
On a 19, you recognize Patricia Wynn of KLEC Channel 12 Eyewitness News, but this van and her equipment and everything that you see here does not have the Channel 12 logo on any of it.
Can I actually, using my advanced senses, can I hear what she's talking about?
Give me a perception check.
All right. 24.
With a 24, you kind of park a little bit up the street and roll down the window a little bit, and you can hear her speaking into her microphone. And as you can see behind me, what should have been normal caliber rounds typically used by the Malakhov Mafia in these hits has blown chunks out of this brick wall, despite the fact that only 9mm shells were found at the scene. And it seems like she's reporting on some gang activity that happened here in this neighborhood.
I'm going to look at Victor. I'm going to say, I think we found someone in the know here. If she's willing to be a source for us, we can always offer her information.
I don't think that's a bad way to go about it at all. Let's go say hi. I'm going to get out of the vehicle and start making my way up there.
You begin to approach, and you see her kind of falter in what she's saying as she sees you obviously standing there, and she kind of lowers the microphone and motions with her hand against her neck to her camera guy to cut the footage, and she says, can I help you?
Actually, I believe you can. You're reporting on the gang activity around here, right?
Yes.
That leads me to believe that you have a fair bit of information about what's been going on, right?
That depends on who's asking, Mr.
Valentine, wonderful to meet you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Does attractive count?
Yes.
That is a 20.
On a 20, she arches an eyebrow, puts the microphone in her left hand, and extends her right to shake your hand. She says, Patricia, when?
It's absolutely a pleasure. And I shake her hand.
This is Gary, she says, motioning to the camera guy, and the camera guy, Gary, just kind of waves at you with a free hand. Hi.
And you as well, Gary. This is my associate, Bronwyn.
How can I help you?
We're also investigating a bit, shall we say, about the recent goings-on about the gang activities, some out-of-place villains, and the general, I'm gonna call it hubbub.
You see her make another little, cut motion to Gary, and then when she sees him physically move the camera away from her, she gets a little bit in your face and is like, if you're here to steal this scoop from underneath me, you've got another thing coming.
I'm not a reporter. In fact, farthest thing from it, if I had my way about this would be much more quiet. And no, I'm not here to silence you. I think, in fact, we can help each other. I might know some things you might not know, and I'm hoping you know some things I don't.
Bronwyn is going to go ahead and reach into her jacket and pull out her badge.
Ah.
How would you like some privileged information in exchange for some of the boots on the ground research that you've been digging up?
I think we can work something out. But if you want the good stuff, I'm going to need something in writing. Make me an insight check, either of you.
Insight's not Bronwyn's strong suit.
22.
Oh, that's actually a 17.
17, Bronwyn, you can tell that there's a bit more at stake here than just, oh, she really wants this scoop, but you're not really able to put your finger on it. Victor, you're looking at her. You don't see any logos on anything. And now that you're taking a closer look at it, that microphone seems a little old. That camera doesn't seem like the newest thing. That van doesn't look like it's the most recent. It looks like she's on her own. Mm-hmm. Not just like, oh, she's out here doing things against the station's wishes.
Like she got laid off.
It looks like she is out here fully doing her own journalism. And like the territorialness that you are seeing from her in this moment seems to be not just, oh no, this is my scoop. It is, this is my scoop and I need it to pay my rent right now.
Yeah. Depending on what you're able to help us out with, I'm sure we can get you something that'll really make those other news channels' heads spin by the time you let it out, huh?
Maybe a persuasion check, +2 bonus.
21.
She kind of taps her foot on the ground, and you can see her doing the math in her head. All right, deal. What is it that you want to know, and what is it that I can get?
Well, first off, what we're really trying to figure out right now is what's got the gangs in the area so riled up? What's got them on edge? What's got them swinging in every direction? We're trying to find out exactly what's got them so worked up for.
You see her kind of look up and down the street. Let's talk in the van. And she and Gary go into the van, and you guys follow and shut the doors behind. And you see her kind of motion for Gary, and Gary goes up front and cranks the van so that the air conditioner can get running. And she says, so I'm not sure how, but it seems like all of the big three and even some of the smaller fish have managed to augment their grunts, their basic boots on the ground guys. It looks like the Malakoff Mafia is somehow juicing their guns. I found some shells in an alley. Those chunks blown in that brick wall were from 9mm rounds. That doesn't happen. Then you've got the Golden Dragon Society. I don't know what it is, but their guys are just huge now. Like I've got, here, look at this. And you see her tap tap on one of the computers that's here in the van, and she brings up some footage of what looks like a shakedown in the Eastern District. Looks like these guys are going in from their protection racket, right? And there's this guy that's leading the shakedown that he's just enormous. Like 7 feet tall. This dude looks like an Olympic weightlifter. And he just like pulls the door completely off its hinges to clear the way for his guys to go inside. Doesn't even look like he means to. Doesn't look like he does it on purpose.
Like he's not used to that strength either.
Exactly. She says, and the Takazumi Gumi, they've got like this random grab bag of powers. I don't know if they've got some kind of mutation tech, or if there's some kind of new drug on the streets, or what, but we've got guys shooting lasers out of their eyes, we've got guys shooting icicles out of their hands, we've got people teleporting, and it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to it. And we're seeing the same thing, not just from the big three, but some of the small fish. Like the wolves, all of a sudden, are having some of these random powers cropping up. And the kings, they're usually the Malakov's gun runners. They might be trying to get access to whatever is going on with the Takazumi and the wolves. And as far as the Blood Brothers are concerned, it seems like nobody's seen them in weeks. We even tried to get into the Undercity to get some footage of some stuff, but I don't know, something weird's going on in the Undercity. I didn't want to go too far in beyond some of the more established, safer zones,
In what regard?
There have been people going missing, especially homeless folks.
Well, that is a fair bit to chew on. That being said, I've got a bit of a, what's called a lead. You got a map?
Like I can pull, and you see she pulls up just like a search engine map.
Sure, that works. Now, I'm sure you've noticed a lot of the gang activity has receded from a lot of the normal areas, right?
I've seen it recede a lot from downtown, and then there's been these more violent than usual flare-ups on the edges of their territories.
Right. All skirting around, and I trace out this newly contested, wider area all around this area, right?
Huh, yeah.
It seems to be mine and the opinion of a couple of the professionals that a small group of superpowered individuals have been pushing into this territory, got a stranglehold on it, and have been holding it down with no real desire to push forward. To what end, I couldn't tell you. But they're locking themselves in, and they've been keeping everyone else at bay, even past all these augmentations.
And as far as we can tell, they're new players.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll keep you two in on the loop of whatever you need help with in your investigations. If you promise me that I can get the drop on getting the news story for it.
That seems like a fair deal to me. You got any problem with that?
Sounds fantastic. Let's exchange details.
She hands you a business card, and it has her contact information on it, Patricia Wynn, and it's obvious she hasn't had the time to make up new business cards yet, because you can see a big red X in Sharpie over the Channel 12 Eyewitness News logo, and a line through her formerly corporate email address, and then on the flip side, she has her new email address there that is written in pen.
Bronwyn is going to go ahead and pull out a card of her own, which she has also kept those from the days whenever she worked in Emerald City.
There you go.
So, she does have, like, a line drawn through the physical address where she used to be. She still has her email and stuff, but it's kind of...
It's like Norman Bateman's worst nightmare. After they've exchanged cards,
gives her a small nod. So we'll be in touch. And he's just gonna, like, slip through the closed door. Just gonna smoke through the hole.
So you're doing this like as a power move.
Yeah, just like, hey, before you get any ideas to do anything stupid, like, so, but yeah, we'll be in touch. And just through the crack in the van door, just pours out. Just.
Seeing that, does Bronwyn do anything?
No. She's going to smile and say, "Thank you. We'll be in touch."
Patricia does not respond because she is completely and utterly slack-jawed even through you closing the door and leaving the scene.
I don't know if we'll get anything better than that right now, so, I found a joke shop not too far from here. Do you want to go swing by there and we can pick up a whoopee cushion for Boo?
We did promise him we'd get him something if he was on his best behavior. The copy machine incident does leave me a bit reticent to give him anything, but...
The whoopee cushion was in exchange for, the whole drawing the embalmer thing, so that's payment.
That's right, you're right. All right.
That's payment for services made. We can, however, get a look at some other potential rewards for,
What, you want to click a train of God? Sure, why not?
I mean...
So you guys swing by the joke shop, get a pretty, like a good premium whoopee cushion, whatever that looks like. And by the time that you're done talking with Patricia Wynn and go to the joke shop, it's about time for you guys to go and pick up Sandra, and you get her from the salon. Lynn, what does Sandra's hair look like?
Yay!
Her hair is still clearly voluminous, but it's pulled back into a twisted, braided updo, which comes into a circle bun of braid, slightly to the back, but side, off center of the back.
So, you make your way back to Francois's. You walk in the door and the bell chimes. You walk up to the counter and ching ching! And Francois pokes his head around the corner and goes, "Oh! C'est magnifique! You are just on time!" And he whirls back around from around the corner with your dresses. Mary, what does Bronwyn's dress look like?
Bronwyn's dress is a deep blue silk that is long and draped in a way that you might expect a Greek goddess would wear. She's already tall for a woman. Throw in some heels and this dress, and yeah, she's looking pretty statuesque here.
Lynn, what does Sandra's dress look like?
Thinking of the silhouette from Jessica Rabbit, except not so tight a waist. A strapless dress that's nearly floor length, but not quite, as to not have Sandra trip over it, because she is clearly not the type of girl to have an excessive amount of time with heels. The dress is emerald green and incredibly sparkly, but the sides on the dress are cut inward to expose the skin of the side of her abdomen.
The two of you stand in those little arrays of 3 mirrors, and Francois says, "Et voilà."
Damn, I look good.
You're a miracle worker, Francois.
You flatter me, but it's only a miracle if I had help. This is all Francois.
Bronwyn takes her hair and kind of braids it to the front so that it covers the left side of her face.
To hide her scar?
Yeah. And also the fact that, to make it harder to see, that she's got one really wonky colored eye.
You got your vampire eye and your Bowie eye.
Yeah.
The magnificence of a job well done. And Victor, did you need any adjustments, any measurements?
I don't believe. However, You still carry any of the Oxford shoes? I really could use a pair for tonight. I've been relegated to boots for a minute because of well, you know why.
Mon chéri, I carry Oxford shoes, Stanford shoes, Harvard shoes, even some Emerald City University shoes. Whatever kind of shoes you want, Francois has, I promise you.
I'll get me a pair right quick. Lest I forget to pay you. Producing my card and finishing the transaction.
Part of you doesn't want to see the total that's about to run out.
No.
Francois swipes the card and hands it back to you magnanimously.
Always a pleasure, Francois.
With all of your new accoutrements, you exit Francois and head to Joy's. And as you pull around the corner, you see quite a few stormers that look like they're making their way into the building. Now, finding a stormer randomly out in Emerald City isn't uncommon, but somewhat rare. Finding more than one is rarely ever heard of outside of super gang brawls or small groups of costumed heroes that may be trying to protect their neighborhoods in a way that the bigger guys like the Sentinels don't always have time for. But you're seeing almost a dozen just milling around with some regular people in the line going up to Joy's, which tells you just how good Joy's is at bringing in their Stormer clientele. So, you have arrived. What do you do?
Guess we get stuck waiting in line with everybody.
Well, I'm
Like
not paying
peons.
for valet, so we get out of the car, and it's gone.
And yeah, you guys wait in line.
So while we're in line, Bronwyn is going to talk quietly to Victor and Sandra. All right. Since we don't know exactly where to go or what to get into, I'll be keeping my ears open. You can obviously pursue lines of inquiry if you find something, but if you have any idea, she looks directly at Sandra for this, that anything sketchy or dangerous might at all be involved, rope someone else in. We do not need any of us to end up in a warehouse somewhere without backup.
I gotcha, but I kind of always have backup.
She means one of us. And Victor lighting his cigar.
Humanoid backup.
Bronwyn or I. Backup.
Fine.
So, there's a pretty big burly guy out front that is checking IDs and checking to see who all is on what lists. He's wearing like a pretty thick black turtleneck, and his skin is like a mottled green. All the whites of his eyes are black, and he's got like glowing blue irises, and he's got pretty significant tusks. You guys walk up to him, and he says, IDs.
Provided.
Hand him my ID from my clutch.
You bought a clutch?
I bought
I'm
a
so
little
proud of
clutch.
you.
Checks your IDs against your appearances, checks a list. This your first time at Joy's?
Yes.
Yes?
It is.
Very well. Stay away from the VIP areas. If you go into the gentleman's club, no touching is allowed. And I think the dish tonight at the restaurant is a tomato basil soup. Enjoy your evening. And he unclips the little velvet rope and moves it aside for you three to enter.
I wonder if they use fresh basil here.
Surprised they let me in with my cigar. Just kind of musing to
You
himself
think
as
this
we
whole
enter.
place isn't full of smoke?
You walk in, and there's a central hallway that looks like it splits off into the different sections of the business, because Joy's is actually 3 places in one. Joy's is, all at once, one of the city's premier nightclubs, one of the city's premier gentlemen's clubs, and one of the city's nicer restaurants, all in 3 different sections of the building. And only as you get a bit deeper in do you start to hear and kind of feel the thumping rhythm of the music being played in the nightclub section. You know that that one is straight up actually like a nightclub, a dance club. You see that the interior here is a nice lacquered wood with hardwood floorings, but with not like Hollywood red carpet, but red carpeting that does not go wall to wall, that stretches down the length of the hallway, with not overly ornate, but still nice chandeliers that line the length of the hall, providing soft amber light to the surroundings. And you see that there are different newspaper articles and plaques on the wall that are different things about Joy's through the decades, with like an Emerald City Gazetteer that talks about the first opening night of Joy's nightclub, and then different significant awards that the nightclub has won throughout its tenure in Emerald City, because it's been open for nearly 60 years, almost. And it's become an Emerald City institution, but it was a rocky road to get there. So, where do you all go first?
To the secret lab, and by that I mean to the restaurant.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna go to the dance club.
We just said we do not separate. Grabbing Sandra by the shoulder. You are a brave, adventurous soul, and I respect that about you. But I need you to sit down for like 3 minutes.
Don't you want to get that soup?
I am curious about the basil. Wonder if it's a sweet basil.
See, we can all enjoy the restaurant. Vein twitching in Victor's forehead.
All right. You guys make your way into the restaurant of Joy's nightclub. And you feel as though you're transported back in time. The interior of Joy's restaurant is, some would call it cozy, some might call it claustrophobic. Narrow walkways, enough room for the servers to get by, obviously. High-backed seats, booths, privacy screens. All dark, polished wood construction and furnishings. A rather beautifully assembled arraignment of alcohols behind the bar. Arranged mostly by color to make it very pleasing to the eye without being garish.
Also being a pain in the ass for anybody who works there.
But cozy, comfortable, and with live music. As you look over it and you see a stage, and there is a band there, stand-up bass, piano, drums, and an enchanting woman singing in a low, smoky baritone that seems to crawl up your spine and want to settle in your inner ear.
Bronwyn is going to say, "We're going to have to bring Jack here later. I think he'll like it."
Jack wouldn't know what to do here.
Are you kidding me?
He eats at a hospital.
He looks like he stepped out of this restaurant 50 years ago and didn't know what to do with himself for the past 50 years.
You guys do know that Jack has a penchant for eating at hospital cafeterias.
I know, but still, like the vibe.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, does it appear that that girl is literally enchanting?
I'm gonna need a perception check from you.
That was a 16.
On a 16, mechanically, your character has danger sense, and it is related to your hearing. And as you're looking around the room, your eyes fall on the girl on stage. She's got deep, raven black hair that has almost no upward movement to it. It all just falls straight down in these long flowing cascades. She's wearing like a sequined dress that's this stunning shade of blue. And her eyes are golden in such a way that the stage lights reflect off them and make them literally sparkle. And she's singing in that husky, smoky voice. And there's something about her song, a danger, a hazard, but one that's contained. Like how you can almost feel the buzzing on your skin when you're standing next to high voltage electrical equipment. You know that so long as you don't make inappropriate contact with it, you will be safe. But there's something in there that will kill you if someone makes the wrong move.
Calling it now, Siren.
It takes you a moment to pull your focus away from her. And in that moment, you realize that your server has come to your table. And if the woman that's on stage is enchanting, the woman that has come to serve your table is captivating. She approaches your table and says,
Good evening, agents, and welcome to Joy's. What can we do for you this evening?
Okay, I'm pretty sure we did not show our FBI badges, so she's got some kind of,
Yeah, no, we didn't share that with anybody.
Her wavy raven black hair perfectly frames a face that would make classical Greek statues green with envy. Her cheekbones could cut glass, her jaw could break stone, and you feel like those full ruby red lips could tell you terrible news, and you'd be okay with it. Her eyes are the gray blue of open waters just before the first light of dawn. Her skin is flawless, and her violet and scarlet dress shows off her curves better than you thought possible. But none of these things are what make you unable to keep your eyes off of her, for she is greater than the sum of her parts. And you realize that the thing that makes the difference is the powerful, subtle sensuality in how she holds herself, how she stands, how she speaks. The way she looks at you, the way she moves. There's an undercurrent there. It's not overt, or even inviting in the traditional sense, but it is omnipresent, powerful, and entirely under her control. The same way a dam holds back a mighty river and harnesses its flow to generate electricity, she holds herself back just enough for you to know that she contains a crushing amount of power. And just like that little voice in the back of your mind that looks over the edge of that dam to the gray-blue waters below and tells you to jump, a small part of you wonders what it would be like to give yourself to that power, to drown in it, drown in her. You wonder if you would enjoy it. And just as those thoughts wash over you with the barely resistible force of a cresting wave, Sandra's hair explodes.
Oh no, you spent so much time on that too.
You ever see those videos online of structures made out of popsicle sticks being held together by pure reciprocal tension, only to blow apart the moment one stick is removed? Imagine that, but bobby pins.
Oh no.
That was the situation in Sandra's hair when you walked into this place. And it is now, as all of you are stunned by the appearance and knowledge of the woman before you, that Boo, following Victor's orders from this morning, chooses his moment to remove the literal linchpin keeping Sandra's hair in place. And you hear, just in your ear, just loud enough for you to hear it,
I am so angry. Ice pink. So long.
I was wondering when you were going to take me up on that.
You gave Boo the instructions to do it at the best possible time,
I really
think.
did. I really did.
In the moment of your hair exploding, you see her take like a half step back and taking a sharp breath through her nose, but otherwise she stays cool as a cucumber.
You know, that's probably actually a good thing to happen, because now the situation is very much under her control, and you've just completely flipped the table.
You really have. Look, what now? Street smarts.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever encountered like the frilled lizard defense.
Sandra slowly looks over to the captivating woman after her hair explodes and after she brings herself down from that terrible event. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Snapdragon?
I love that you had a flower insult already planned.
Locked and loaded.
I love it.
What are snapdragons?
Snapdragons can be known as strength and grace, but the other meaning is deception.
I love it.
That's very fitting.
Very apropos for the person that you're talking to, actually.
I love it.
And I will admit, she does not have a single expertise that will allow her to deduce what the heck that just meant. But she will say,
Coming from a sunflower, that's a rather unique compliment.
Bronwyn, having recovered herself quickly, is going to smile at the woman and say, you know, I heard Joy's was a special place, but, sirens? This is a little bit more than I'd even imagined.
she crooks an eyebrow at you.
Well, Joy's is known to employ stormers. A siren, though? That's a bit out of left field, don't you think?
I glance over at the stage where the woman was singing and cork a smile and say, well, you can call it what you want, but I call a rose a rose. That said, you have us a little bit at a disadvantage. You know a little bit about us, but you've yet to tell us your name.
Make me a persuasion check.
Yeah, that's a total of 9.
The crooked eyebrow goes from alluring to defensive. Very subtle shift, but enough for you to notice it.
At that point, Victor would reach across Bronwyn. I'm sorry, my associate here is a bit more used to field work. That being said, I would love to know a beautiful lady like yours name.
And go ahead and make me a persuasion
Does
check.
attractive apply here?
Yes.
Awesome.
But here's the thing. It also applies from her to you.
That's fine.
And also to the other two of you. I don't know how your characters freaking swing.
That is a 20 total.
The crooked eyebrow goes back from defensive to alluring. And she goes,
My, an old-fashioned southern gentleman. Not something we usually get round these parts.
and she extends her gloved hand to you.
I take it in my hand. Small kiss to the back of the hand. Oh. Enchanté, madam.
You charmer.
You all can call me Joy.
I knew it.
Bronwyn, now that you have a name to the face, if you would like, you can use your well-informed advantage and make me an investigate check to see what you know about this person.
17.
17 gets you a little bit more than common knowledge. Number 1, Joy is a former supervillainess. She was big in the Emerald City supercrime circuit, I guess you could call it, back in the 50s and 60s, did her time, got out, went straight, and started Joy's. And it has since become one of the premier nightclubs in the city.
Do I know what her power set was?
I don't think you get her specific powers on a 17, but I do think you know that it seems easier for her than it should be to influence people. And whether that's because of her looks or because of just how charming she is, you're not really sure. Especially because a lot of the reports from that time were, frankly, kind of sexist. So a lot of the nuances of her power set kind of elude your knowledge. Another thing that you know is that she seems to age very slowly, if at all.
Should we introduce ourselves, or do you happen to know our names already?
Well, let's see. Victor Valentine, Emerald City's own budding magpie. Rumor had it that old man Grigorovich had you take a long walk off a short pier wearing a pair of cement shoes. Though I never believed that for a second.
Magpie, you would know, is one of the world's most famous thieves.
Kind of a oxymoron, but...
Well, he's like the gentleman thief, leaves behind a calling card.
Yeah. Not my type of thief, but totally. I was like, I'd rather get in, grab the shit, and get out, but I respect his craft.
Special Agent Bronwyn Bedivere, scourge of the Emerald City underworld. I'd heard that some smaller parts of the Golden Dragon Society threw a party after you disappeared. And little Sandra O'Hara, the miracle child, disappears for nearly a decade, then pops back up as if she hadn't been gone a day.
And her eyes track over each of you, making at least 1 second of intimate eye contact before she says,
3 minor but interesting players on the Emerald City stage all vanish around the same time and reappear over a year later as bureau agents in my establishment. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, don't be surprised. I make it my business to know my more interesting customers.
That's exactly why we've come to speak to you, if I'm being quite forward.
Oh, be as forward as you like, darling.
We were wondering if you hadn't heard anything about another smaller time player named the Embalmer. He's out of town from where he normally resides and has caused some issues, if I can put it mildly.
Now why would I, a legitimate businesswoman, know anything about such strange criminals?
Bronwyn resists the urge to roll her eyes.
You're right.
anyone that wants to can give me an insight check.
18.
27.
Oh, dang, dude. 4. Bronwyn is off her game.
Victor, you know that it is improper to conduct business out here where everyone can see. And what you are seeing here is, it's not that you go to Joy's for information, you go to Joy for information.
Right.
You're reading that on her. She has what you want, she has what you need. You need to convince her to give it to you, either in a way out here that sounds innocuous, or you need to convince her, hey, we're here to do business, let's go somewhere and talk. She's also suspicious of you because you're FBI agents, and it is not typical for her to see officers of the law asking for her help.
That's fair.
Far be it from me to insinuate you have anything to do with anything salacious, madam. I apologize for any kind of untoward associations even my brief mention could have caused. However, perhaps we could talk a bit of business, if you wouldn't mind. I'd be greatly in your debt, ma'am.
Give me a persuasion check.
15.
I am going to actually assist that by making a specific argument to her. We're not here to make any trouble for you or the people you work with. But you and I both know the difficulty that Stormers have. And the trouble this guy is causing is going to make it that prejudice a lot worse. We want to clean up this situation as quickly and cleanly as possible, and your help would be greatly appreciated.
Does Bronwyn have the teamwork advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so because you are assisting a teammate here, you're going to get a +5 bonus to this roll.
Right.
I'm also going to say because you chose the right thing to say, you're going to get a +2 bonus.
A 12. I rolled a 2. I have been rolling so terrible today.
Yeah, we both rolled really bad on that.
So that's a +2 bonus, so that's a 17.
Yeah.
So Joy quirks a smile and says,
How about this? I'll take your orders. You can enjoy a nice meal here in the restaurant, and then afterwards, maybe we can talk business.
and she winks at you all, and then beckons over your actual waitress.
I'll take a Grigorovich, and by that I mean a White Russian.
Actually, Victor, looking at the menu here, go ahead and give me a will resistance check.
17.
17? There are some really high-class liquors here. And a little voice in the back of your mind is telling you to have at least one drink.
Victor orders something a little pricey. He gets a grilled salmon with a very expensive rosé.
Okay.
Bronwyn is going to order the rarest steak possible.
Nice.
I'll take the tomato basil soup. The guy at the door recommended it.
When did you turn to a New Jersey country?
Okay. You all enjoy a lovely meal. Victor, you're feeling a pleasant light buzz. And that little voice in the back of your head is satisfied. For now. On your way out of the restaurant, you are met by... There's no other way to say it other than a dude that's 8 feet tall with a snake head. So you run into who you can only assume to be Snake Eyes, Joy's head of security, who is this huge, hulking reptilian man with the head of a snake. And he's wearing just like a simple black turtleneck with black slacks and well-shined combat boots. And he goes,
Miss Joy would like to speak with all of you to conduct business.
Very well, after you.
and he guides you to what looks to be a back room. It looks to just kind of be a storage room, and then he shifts over a big old pile of boxes to reveal a door, which he opens, that leads into what looks to be like a nice but not extravagant conference room. Long wooden table and a few chairs, TV on one end, nothing crazy.
Wait here, please.
And Snake Eyes walks out the door and shuts it behind him.
Bronwyn is immediately scanning the room for emergency exit points, any signs of, like, I don't know, a trap or anything, just in case for some reason.
Make me a perception check.
Victor lights a cigar.
That's a 17. I still have yet to roll above a 10.
Aside from an air vent on the wall, it looks like the only way in or out of this room is the door through which you just entered. It doesn't seem like there are any kind of obvious traps or anything like that in here. But also, do you need obvious traps when there's a 8-foot-tall snake man at the door?
Well, I mean, if there are traps and an 8-foot-tall snake man, then I'd like to be prepared.
Fair enough.
Bronwyn's gonna go take a seat at the table.
I'm gonna try and fix my hair.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
9.
You manage to mostly get it behind you, and that's about the best you can do.
I'm gonna kill that stupid ghost.
Oh, no, he's just around. Is it my problem if he just f***s off?
It will be our problem.
Bronwyn did go get the things that she promised him earlier today. So he is...
Armed and dangerous.
I was going to say content for now, but that's also true. So you guys are left to wait in this room for, let's say, 15 minutes.
While they're waiting, Bronwyn is like going to pull out a book out of her bag and start speed reading it. So, with her quickness, it's -5 time ranks. So
That's so many.
So you cut the amount of time that it's supposed to take in half 5 times.
yeah.
So whatever tasks Bronwyn wishes to do, she does in 1/32 of the time frame that it would normally take.
So Bronwyn tends to carry a variety of random books that she picks up from thrift stores and such. This one's like a random geology text. So she's just speed reading, flipping through this textbook.
Do Victor and Sandra do anything to while away the time?
No, Victor's just, like you said, he's got a light buzz going on, so he's just vibing with that and smoking a cigar that he absolutely lit without asking.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as he walked in the room.
I need to go stand over by the vent.
I could be such a dick right now.
I will summon Julia right on top of you.
You will kill any chance we have for a lead, is what you'll do.
Go stand by the vent. I'll burn this whole place down. Go stand by the vent.
No, I don't think I will.
Bronwyn can cut in and say, now is not the time, as she flicks through a section on sedimentary rock.
Are you reading a geology book right now?
Do you know how many books I have read over these past few months?
I'm saying about 40.
Let's just say, if I don't keep it a bit of variety, I am going to go insane.
Plus, who knows? We might need to know something about silt.
Weirder things have happened.
I mean, $5, one of those artifacts entered the bay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Do you think, what would happen if a fish swallowed one?
I don't know, but
I feel like we would end up with a kaiju fish.
I'd like to point out that I'm not sure I can swim.
How?
Victor, you say how Victor takes his hand, slaps it against the table, and it just kind of, and then reforms back into his hand.
That does pose an interesting question. Maybe we can experiment later.
For the record, Victor is very well that he's only smoke when he wants to be. He's stringing them along. It's just like, I don't want to do that. So,
So after about 15 minutes, the door opens again, and Joy walks in.
So, how did everyone enjoy their meals?
Absolutely fantastic. Enjoyed every bite.
I can definitely tell that the basil was freshly picked.
Oh, I liked it fairly well, but sometimes my appetite requires something with a bit more bite.
Are you trying to intimidate her? Or are you just being coy?
A little bit coy. She's also, once again, she's just kind of,
sulking.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the way this is going to work is this is going to be a pretty important persuasion check. If one of you wants to make the primary check and the rest of you want to assist as a team check, then you can 100% do so. Or if you want to try and add on with other skills, we can have you guys perform your chosen skill checks, and then based off of those results, we can see how forthcoming Joy is with any information she has and how much she likes and trusts you at all. I have things planned out for if you guys fail here or if you succeed here. The DC is going to be 15 across the board for whatever you do. You guys need 3 successes before 5 failures.
I'd like to roll persuasion. With attracted 26.
Oh, wow.
I actually rolled well on that one.
That beats everything anyway.
Clears 3 successes.
Yeah.
The dice really do favor the story, don't they?
Okay. You guys can still add to that check. If you want to make persuasion checks to add on to that, because like DC 25 is a good result. The maximum possible you can do here is 35.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to attempt to assist you here because
Okay.
right now Bronwyn's recognizing that Victor is coming in very well and she's just coming in to support.
Okay, so if you're assisting him, then you're going to get the +5 bonus from your teamwork advantage, and that means that your DC for assisting him is 10.
Yeah.
So if you hit a DC 10, he's going to get a +2 bonus. If you hit a DC 20, he's going to get a +5 bonus.
All right, we'll see what happens. Please, please, please roll better than a 10 this time. Ha!
I was about to say that's double digits.
19!
At 19 base?
Yeah.
Yes, 19 base.
High five me.
All right, so
That is a 22.
So that makes his
A 30.
a 30.
yes.
What are you doing?
I don't have any.
Give her a flower. I don't know. Make it smell nice in here.
Oh, I'm sorry about his smoke. Pollen. Okay, so 18 plus the 2 bonus.
20. So that's it. 35. Exactly.
That's a 30.
Dirty 20.
Yeah!
That puts my persuasion at 36.
Awesome.
Heck yes!
So, in one fell swoop, you guys have moved her attitude to you from unfavorable to helpful. All right, so let's role play these results out. Let's start with Victor. What do you say to Joy to persuade her to help you guys?
Not that I don't enjoy your riveting and enthralling company. I will do my best to keep it brief, because I'm sure you are a very busy woman. We are trying to find the embalmer. He has caused quite a bit of a problem for us. The sooner we find him, the less problems he's going to be causing for the local community.
This guy has caused a lot of trouble. Not just for us, but for the city in general. And I'm sure that you and everyone working for you would be more than happy to have a bit of this chaos die down. We do not want to cause any trouble for you. We would like this to be more of a symbiotic relationship.
Rummaging in my purse, I pull out a little vial that contains a couple of, I think snapdragon seeds are small.
Yeah.
Yeah, very small.
And fiddle with them for a bit in my hand until they sprout and bloom.
Okay.
And then I look up at her and I go, a snapdragon?
Is that literally all you say?
Look, man, I don't know what to, like, what do I say when I give a woman a flower?
You told me Sandra's pan. You told me she doesn't know how to hit on this woman?
I said she's pan. I didn't say she was good at it. and here's to a blooming and budding relationship between us.
My, oh my.
She takes the flowers and puts them behind her ear to where they're sticking out of her hair and gives you a wink that cannot be interpreted in any way other than her flirting with you.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get me some, baby.
Well, aren't we just the most persuasive bunch? The embalmer, you said. I may be able to assist you with that, but I don't do anything for free. You will owe me a favor. But I'll tell you the information up front. How does that sound?
Victor glanced between Sandra and Bronwyn.
I promise you, it won't be anything morally questionable. I understand with federal agents there's a whole way you do things. But if my hunch is right, you three aren't the typical federal agents. Or at least, not anymore.
She says, making eye contact with Bronwyn.
Sounds like this is a agreeable position.
Very well. So, the embalmer. I'd heard rumors, but I honestly wasn't sure how substantive they were. But with you saying that, it does make a certain bit of sense.
And she rolls her eyes and goes,
Tell me, are any of you familiar with Madame Macabre?
I'm gonna check well-informed real quick.
you know what, I'll let this count.
24.
On a 24, Bronwyn, Madame Macabre was a late-night TV show host in the 80s.
It's like an Elvira type.
Like, literally, yes.
Okay.
The late-night TV show host?
The very same. In the 1980s, Madame Macabre was a host of late-night television, and the only thing that she showed more than schlocky B horror movies was the skin on her legs.
By the way, no insight check needed. Like, pure, unbridled, unhidden contempt on Joy's face.
Sounds like you knew her personally.
Thankfully not. She has since refused to accept the fact that her 15 minutes have long since come and gone. And in her latest bid for immortality, I guess you could say, she's opened up a nightclub that is as devoid of taste as she is of talent. She bought out an old Emerald City family's crypt and somehow got the permits to convert it into a working nightclub.
Did they move the bodies?
I would hope so, considering they serve food.
You know, it'd be really weird if the bodies served the food.
Well, from what I understand, that's also part of the appeal of the place. Because everyone that works there dresses up as some kind of different movie monster.
That's dumb as rocks.
Honestly, Bronwyn is thinking, that kind of sounds like fun. She's not going to say it out loud, but she's...
I'm like, honestly, kind of a banger.
So, yes, if you've already checked every funeral parlor in town, then there's only one place I can think of that a ghoulish little toad like Will Moody could hide out without catching unwanted attention. And that is at the newly opened nature refuge for the endangered American mall goth, Madame Macabre's Mausoleum Musical.
Musical mausoleum.
And you didn't hear this from me, but word on the street is that the place is actually a front for the Blood Brothers.
They're definitely not real vampires, of course, yes.
Bronwyn's mouth is going to kind of twist a bit. And mentally is definitely thinking that she might need to show those posers a thing or two about what it means to be a vampire.
You're not even a whole one.
Yeah, they're not even half of one.
Fair enough.
Of course, we heard none of this from you, Madam Joy.
Please, just Joy.
She leans in to whisper in your ear, Victor.
Unless you'd be more open to some of our off-the-menu services.
Victor makes a face. It's hard to tell exactly what combination of 13 different emotions ran through at the same time, but it was definitely an amalgamation of a bunch of them. I'll have to come by when I'm not working. Is all he can just like...
Please do. Now then, unless there's anything else you need, I believe our business for now is concluded.
We appreciate your assistance.
Of course. And if there's anything else you need, you can always find it at Joy's.
Thank you for listening to It Takes One to Hunt One, presented by Power Level 4 Podcast. It Takes One to Hunt One stars
Murdoc Addams as Victor Valentine.
Mary Jasken as Bronwyn Bedivere.
Lynn Brewer as Sandra O'Hara.
special guest Dillan Apelyan as NPC voice acting for Joy.
And Brandon Brewer as everyone and everything else.
Production, editing, and sound design by Jared Olson. A special thanks to Green Ronin Publishing, the creators of the game system Mutants and Masterminds, and the World of Freedom setting which we use in our show. Use code PL4 at checkout on the Green Ronin online store for a discount on your order. And most importantly, thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Patrons get access to exclusive bonus content and help make what we do here possible. If you would like to become a patron, join us at patreon.com/powerlevel4podcast. We'll see you there.